So guys, the car you've all been waiting for, the best-selling car in the entire world, is finally getting a major interior revamp. This is not going to bring just a more spacious interior, but it's going to bring so much more comfort for each and every single passenger. Earlier this year, rumors began circulating about a long wheelbase 6-seater version of the Model Y, reportedly aimed at the Chinese market. Production was set to begin in May at Giga Shanghai, and while Tesla hasn't confirmed this yet, signs suggest that it may be underway, as mentions of the new variant have now appeared in the recent firmware updates. According to TC Mesla and sources familiar with the matter, the 6-seater Model Y will feature a wheelbase extended by 5.9 inches or 15 centimeters, significantly increasing legroom and cargo capacity. Well known in the Tesla community, Green the Only has also confirmed references to this variant in the latest firmware, reinforcing expectations that the production is imminent. Now, while all of this on the 6-seater is fantastic news, Tesla also appears to be preparing to bring back the 7-seat configuration of the Model Y, as hinted in a recent email sent out to customers earlier in the month. In the message, Tesla teased that the newly redesigned Model Y will be ready for anything with long range, seating up to 7, and plenty of space for everyone's gear, pointing to the likely return of the 3-row configuration alongside the updated design. Further supporting this, Tesla has quietly updated the online configurator, now adding a drop-down menu under the filters option to choose between different seating layouts. Currently, only the 5-seat option is available, but the structure is clearly in place for 6 or 7-seat options to appear once they go live. Meanwhile, additional confirmation from multiple trusted sources have surfaced in the recent days, reinforcing that Tesla plans to launch the 6-seater Model Y with a 5.9-inch extended wheelbase, now expected to arrive by mid-month of July. And although early reports suggested this version will be exclusive to the Chinese market, it has been noted that in the latest firmware update includes additional codes suggesting it could now launch in other regions, including Europe and North America. Alright, so what makes this car so great is not just the additional seat going from 5 to 6, but the fact that they are also extending the entire wheelbase of the car. This means that it's very comparable to a mini SUV. You take out the middle seats and fold down the 3rd row, you will get more cargo capacity than even the Cybertruck. Then of course, we can't forget about the extended wheelbase and what this potentially means for the range. This is going to allow Tesla to pack in some additional rows of cells. We don't know if that's what they're going to do in the end, but this leaves the potential for that to come in place, and this is going to make it that much of a better car. Now, in other news, another Tesla Model Y prototype was recently spotted by users on X going by Quick Tony Bennett and OMG Tesla. This is no ordinary prototype we've been seeing in the early years. This looks to be the extremely secretive, low-cost variant Tesla has been quietly developing, and for the first time ever, it has been seen driving on the public roads rather than just within the factory grounds. Spotted near Tesla's Fremont factory, the prototype was captured on the highway, showing a clear view of the front and side profile of the car. While the images don't reveal as much as we'd hoped for, it does offer a better look at the car's proportion and some of the key areas where updates are likely taking place. Up front, Tesla has once again covered the light bar, suggesting possible changes to the daytime running lights. Interestingly, there's no visible front camera on this test vehicle. It might simply be concealed, but if it's truly missing, it could point to a significant cost-cutting measure, though it's hard to imagine Tesla leaving it out entirely given its role in supporting full self-driving. Then, to the side of the car, much smaller wheels are now under wraps, possibly 18 or even 17 inches, and hidden underneath a plastic cover that hides the entire rim. The same cover was seen on other prototype vehicles weeks prior to it being announced. The front door appears to be fairly standard, but the rear section of the car is now heavily camouflaged, far more than usual, possibly to conceal the removal of the rear doors as part of the cost-cutting efforts. Referring back to recent history, Tesla typically doesn't cover the rear door handles on camouflage test vehicles. Even last year's Model 3 Performance prototype had fully visible handles in every sighting. They have never covered the doors this much, and although this is just pure speculation, this and the oddly shaped roof from previous sightings indicate that this could be a 2-door hatchback we've all been anticipating. Then now, just a few short days after, another sighting at the Fremont factory by Met God in Wilderness showed us a drone shot following the supposed low-cost model, and for the first time ever, it was stopped right next to a regular-sized Model Y, further confirming that this is indeed a more compact vehicle. By slowing down the footage and reviewing it frame by frame, it becomes clear that the proportion between the two vehicles are noticeably different when aligned side by side. Both vehicles stopped at nearly identical positions, with their front ends crossing the stop line at the same point. However, when comparing the rear overhang relative to the ground markings, the arrows are noticeably farther from the bottom vehicle compared to the top. Then, if we take a quick measurement of the car itself, the distance from the C-pillar window to the rear deck, it's noticeably clear that the low-cost model is at least 5 to 6 inches or 15 centimeters shorter than the regular Model Y. So there we have it, guys. A quick look at two of the most highly anticipated car of this year. Quite the opposite from each other. One is getting longer with the 6-seat configuration, and then the other one is getting shorter and possibly becoming a hatchback. This is honestly quite a big departure from the Tesla we've known over the years, trying to keep things as simple as possible with 2 to 3 trims at any available moment. But now they are adding much more trims and much more vehicles to the lineup based on the Model Y design. This is ultimately really good for potential buyers, giving us a lot more option. Now you can pick the highest performance vehicle, the longest range, and of course the more affordable and the more extended length. All of these are possible versions of the Model Y that you can choose from the design studio, and this is gonna make the Model Y versions the best selling cars in the world year and year again. Now for my personal excitement here, it has to go to the 6-seater Model Y. It's gonna come with the captain seats and the center pass-through. And I love the fact that if you do decide to fold the seats down, it's going to give so much cargo room, and it's going to be the perfect camper car, which I love in the summer months. This is a car that's going to pack it all, and I'm really hoping that they do include some of the special features we've been seeing across all of the premium cars like the Cybertruck. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you waiting out for the 6-seater extended length or the more affordable version? And what kind of bare minimum upgrades or downgrades are you expecting to come out of this car? I would love to hear it. Drop it in the comments below. I will, of course, do my duty here and stay on top of everything. I'll keep an eye out for any updates to come up and give you a ping as soon as I hear anything. Anyways, this should be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe, the bell notification. Follow me on X at HeyJohnnyE. Over there, you will see things you wouldn't see over here, and you can chat with me anytime, and I'll respond as quickly as possible. This is it. This is John once again. Peace out.